Hi, everyone. It's Steve Jones with Keller Williams of Maple Grove. What I'm making a video about today is, are we in relationship with our goals? I have been doing a lot of reading around the one thing and Jeff Woods and the podcast for the one thing that they've been doing. And recently was at family reunion with Keller Williams down in Dallas. And I went to a breakout session called How Billionaires Set Goals. And I thought it was really, really interesting because they illustrated a couple thoughts that I had some questions on, and I wanted to share those with you today. And some of them have to do with the actual 411 tool itself, and I'll have a video for that. But really what they said is think big, go small, and trust the dominoes will fall. And we think through this that we overcomplicate what our business plans have to look like to be successful, because so many times we will, as people, pick the priorities over the activities of our goals, and it puts us in violation of what's most important for us for our long-term vision. So let me show you a couple things here. I'm going to switch over and I'm going to minimize my screenshot here, and where I'm going to go is the one thing. So with the one thing, you can go to theonething.com, and under free stuff, you can find the kick-ass guide to accountability. And here's what I like about this. Preparing for the 411, it's literally going to show you how to prepare for this. And it's really important here. If you look, what are your personal and business goals? What would you need to accomplish this month? What do you need to accomplish to keep you on track for the year? What do you need to do to accomplish this each week, such by doing so that you hit this month's goals? This is really important because now we get to evaluate. And well, you can't time block your outcomes, but you can time block your activities. And this is where this shows up. So I'm going to minimize this just a little bit. Excuse me. And minimized, you'll see this is where we can add in the 411 our personal and business goals, the monthly goals to support that, and then, of course, the weekly goals. Well, Jeff Woods from Stage, I thought he did a really good job illustrating something for everybody. And what he illustrated was he was talking about how his transition when he met KW and the tools of the one thing, that he was a business person that had a family, and the business always came first. Well, this definitely struck a chord with me, and because what he did is the transition when I'm now a family man that has a business, because he is in relationship to his goals and what's most important to him. And that's what's so neat. So what he did is he said people oftentimes overcomplicate the 411, where they're putting tasks in, or actually they're putting goals in, and they're putting in the outcome of what they want. So I want to sell 2 houses a month. I want to work out so many times. I want to do this. And as opposed to inserting what the activities are to achieve said goals. So he used the analogy of, as he was making the transition, he wanted to get back into a better relationship with his wife. So we went into the personal side. And in the personal goal, in the annual goal, he said he was going to go on 36 dates with his wife. That's 3 per month. Well, what the activity was on the weekly personal side, the first week of the month, he was going to book out those 3 dates, set up the babysitters, and make the reservations for dinners. Now, he already knew that it was in his calendar. It was pre-booked. It was timed. And he had that satisfaction of knowing the relief of that being done, because he's on track for what's most important. And that means he's in relationship to his goals. So something else that was shared was, well, we put our goals in. This is the 20% into the 411. But where are the tasks? Where are the things that show up the day to day? Hey, I have to remember to call so and so. I have to do this, or I have to reply to an email. And they verbally communicated, this being Jeff and Jay. But what they said is, we have the 411. And in the 411, again, we have our annual goals, our monthly goals, and our weekly goals. This is our 20%. This is what's most important and what should show up first in our calendar. He said, then after that, we write our 80% on the back of our 411, and we do this daily. So what that means is we have daily tasks, or today's tasks. These are the things that show up, the 80% of stuff. Our files, notes, I have to meet with so-and-so. It's the collage of everything that happened after the most important activities are done. So this is a great spot where you can have the 80%. So what I did is I went to the 411. On the front side, we have our traditional 411 for business and personal. And on the back side, I created today's task where you can literally go take notes. Well, these notes are something that you can use as a tool. This tool is something that I'm going to invite you to print out daily. So you have a new printout for each week, print the 5 for the week. That way, every single day you start fresh. And that first domino is to review your 411. So you are in alignment with your goals. So the priority of your calendar is this is what's most important. And I'm going to get to everything else after this is done. Does that mean sometimes that some of those calls they're going to wait? Yes. And that's okay. If you end up having to replace something in your calendar, what do? The one thing the rule will tell us, if we erase it, we must replace it. So if you erase something that's part of your one thing, the most important priorities, then we have to replace it somewhere else in your calendar. So it's a very simple tool, and it's going to be something that I share with you. I'm going to email out not only this video, but it's going to be the 411 tool, so you can leverage it. It's also going to be the guide from the one thing, the kick-ass guide or 411 to accountability. So if you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out to me. Leave comments in the post below. I appreciate everybody's time, and I wish you the best of luck in getting into relationship with your goals and what's most important. Good luck.